Right, here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Who? Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Come here, little guy. Give me my little boy. Hello. How you doing?
To go on top. So that's what we did there. That back's going to be sensational. That is so smooth. Very smooth. Ha! Absolutely. They are drums. They're percussion instruments as well as stringed instruments. They can be used. If you watch the old flamenco guys playing, the old Spanish guys, they're doing all that stuff. They're going tippa-tappa, tippa-tippa-dum, ring, 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 tippa-tappa, tippa-tappa, dum, ding, dong, dang. So it's all good. Right, here we go. There's the back. Bringing it up, that's not too bad. Okay, let's get that sound going so you can hear me. Alrighty, so what do we need to do? We need to grab this body, and we've got that body. We need to get in there and drill those holes. I've got the drill bit too. I've got black hardware. It's got Mr. Glynn's Cruel Mistress vintage telly pickups, brass saddles, bone nut. It's all good. Where the weed at? What's going on? Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Who? Okay, so that's that guy there. But that's to show you that copper-looking red cedar when it really gets polished up. It really looks copperish.
Come here, little guy. Give me my little boy. Hello.
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the show on a Friday. How are we all doing? Good to see you here. Terry, how you doing? Hello there to Dana and Leslie's here. The three ladies, the three stalwarts. Always here, always chiming in at the right time. How are we all going? Hope you're having a great week. I'm having an okay week. Right, this guy here needs some oil. There's the front, sanded. It's got a couple of coats. We need one more coat to finish. Sides are now stained with that cedar. There's that cedar. Back, there's that cedar. You can see the mark where I've patched that crack. That's okay. I'm going to probably give that a little bit more cedar and colour that a little bit darker. It actually will blend in a little bit better, but it's not a big deal. It's my own demo model. I'm going to make a run of these. This is the one I'm going to use to demonstrate. But we've got that to a state where we can give it some oil now. You can see that nice red copper sheen, and with the oil, it's going to accentuate that. It's going to be good. Yes, busy week. That's always good. Let's get some oil on this guy, get a first coat on, and see what that looks like. Of course, and then we'll move on. And I've got one of my old favourites, the good old number 7. We're going to take the neck off number 7. Needs a bit of fretwork, needs a carve. I'm going to thin the neck out a little bit. It was a baseball bat neck that I did like, but I need to get a heel, change the height profile of the neck. That neck doesn't fit in that pocket properly. It's a aftermarket neck. It was a neck that didn't come with the original build. The original number 7 neck is gone. And I need to just make some adjustments, but I thought it was a good opportunity to get some more fretwork and network done, a little bit of carving, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and sanding and beveling and polishing and scraping and carving and shintoing and all that stuff. So we need to do some more of that. First things first, we're going to get some oiling done. So let me flick you over. Where is it? There it is, to this guy. And let's get this guy oiled up and see what that looks like. That's not bad. That's come up pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. A little bit of darkness in there, but that's only because the grain's different. It looks like that. I don't mind that so much. The smokiness of that crease, it actually pops the shadow line, and I tend to like that effect. Okay, I'm going to pop a little bit more cedar just in here. It's a little bit lighter here because I have done some sanding. I'm just going to touch that up with a bit more cedar. Darken it, as they say. There's the back of that. So once we get that guy on there, and that's a satin finish like this guy. That guy's finished. You can see there's a little bit of sheen, a little bit of satin sheen to that guy. So that guy goes in there like so. And we're almost ready to start doing those. As soon as those pickups arrive from Mr. Glenn, which should be sometime next week, we should be finishing this guy off. But in that time frame, we've got time to put a couple of coats on, get this guy looking good. Let's just touch that up with a little bit of cedar, not too much, but just a dab along here. There's a little bit of lightness through here. Just want to blend that in a little bit better. Just give that a little bit more redness, like so. That's a little bit better. We'll let that dry in a few minutes. We'll get some oils on there. Oils ain't oils, soul. Let's cut up a little bit. Let's get some gloves on. Nifty! No, Mav. Is Nifty in the house? No, it's Mav. Mav, what's going on? Good to see you. Number seven. Just to remind you guys, number 7. I'll show you in a minute. Let's get the oil done first. I'll get some gloves on. Terry, do I need some gloves? Yes, I do. I need some gloves. We don't want that smelly oil all over us. Pooey. We'll do the back, put that away. We'll do the front another time. I just need to get a good, thick rubbing, a good, decent rub in, as they say, of oil. Get that sealed up now that that stain's on there. Get that guy sealed up. Number 7. You'll see number 7, it's that marine blue that I've got. It's a telly with a hot humbucker in the bridge. It's one of my first gigging tellies that I used to play when I played a little bit a long time ago. And I've used that one for a lot of things. And it's a good solid telly. And the neck's changed a couple of times, or actually once. But I want to keep this neck because it's got the snakeskin option on it. And it's a light coloured neck and I like it. Let's get some oil on this guy. Okay, grab our little cloth, cut a nice clean square, and we're just going to rub that guy in. A little square cloth. We're just going to dust that and give that a little stir. Swizzle it a little bit. Swizzle it just a little bit. Swizzle it just a little bit. Alrighty. In we go, and let's check what this guy is going to look like. Get some oil on there. Very nice. Very natural. Very red. It brings out that beautiful redness, that copper. Isn't that a nice copper colour? I do like that. Once it gets a bit of sheen on it, it's going to look really metallic-y copper, like that other one we did that's been used in the video clip. Still waiting for the video to be published. That's okay. That's blending in nicely now. That's not too bad. Whoops. Let's not spill that oil. Rich copper tones. Get that guy all sealed up. It's drinking it all up. Drinking it all up. That's okay. We're getting there. Dries up really, really. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to rub, get some oil in there, really rub it in. It's drinking it all up, which is good. We're going to seal those pores, which is what we want. That oil will get in there. It's pretty even. Just check for evenness. Make sure there's no pooling or dry patches. Just touch that up a little bit. We'll get those edges done. So let me flip that guy. Get under here. Grab it. So there's our body. Let's have a look at that up on the big screen. There's that colour there. Looking good. Alrighty. Ooh, she's thirsty. Yeah. She's thirsty, all right. Very. So we're going to carry on with that. I'm going to hit the sides now. Get these guys done. Bring that guy up a little bit. I'm going to hit these sides. Hit the sides. Hit it like a spoilt kid. That's what. And that should get really nice and rich tone. This is essentially just a wet sealer coat. It's actually going to drink a lot of that up and dry off a bit. And then we're going to keep, that's why we give it about 3 or 4 coats to get that luster or semi-luster. We can't just apply it nice and thick because it drinks most of it up. It gets a bit patchy. What I do is I seal it up. I give it 2 coats. I give it a light rub back with some 600 or 400. Just scuff it up and keep going and get some evenness through there. See, that's looking pretty good there. Don't want to get any on the front. I'm just being very careful. So you can see that drinking it all up like crazy. Really drinking that up. It's thirsty, thirsty girl. That's okay. That's what we want to do. Get that in there. Get that girl. Give her a good drink. Give her a very good drink. I've got to flip that over. Getting there. Manny, where are you at with the Pit Northcote Strat? I want to see him play it. I've finished the Strat. I've got to do a little bit of reset on it, but it's pretty much finished. It's pretty much finished, my friend. I've just got to just check the action. I've let that settle for a couple of months now. It's been pretty good. I've got to reset it, set everything up properly. It has been played. It sounds great. I will send it to him very shortly. I've got a couple of other priorities that I've got to knock off first. But yes, it's done. It's done. I'll bring that out and show you if you like. I will bring that down and show you. What I'll do is I'll drop it off to your place and you can drop it off to him whenever you want. Let me go and grab that. As soon as I finish this oil, I'm going to go and grab that Strat and we'll have a look at it and talk about that one. So hang in there, guys. Oh, man. Looking good. I like that copper colour. Isn't that great, that colour? And that's going to match the neck beautifully. Yes, please. Okay, I'll go grab that Strat. It's what I call an open pore Strat. I didn't fill the grain, so you can see it. It looks quite weathered, although it's got a burst, a mahogany red burst on it with a bit of tobacco. But it's a beautiful Strat. She plays really well. I'll go and grab that right now because I'm done here with this guy here. Okay, I'm just going to let that dry off. I've given it as much oil as I can for the time being. Can't oversaturate it. Give it a chance to drink some of that up. Looks good. Let's have a quick look at that. There's the back. There's our sides. So that guy is one coat down. I'm going to put that guy away. We're going to go and grab that Strat while I'm here before we start working on that telly neck. There's the, to show you the neck, so you can see the match. Once we get that guy, okay, that's going to sit in there. It's a beautiful match, and the front of that guy is like that. All right. Gold hardware, of course, that's going to really set that guy off. Let me just hang this guy up right here, if I may. Should hold, I think. Better not drop that. No, that's fine. Okay, give me a sec. I'll go grab that Strat. Back in a tick. Here we are. So, you may remember this guy. There it is. Okay, you've got that worn look. You've got that open grain. You can see that there, the grain. And it's got that burst, that sort of tequila, smoky. I've got like a mahogany around the edges with a little bit of, not quite black, but it's very smoky. There's the back. Bit of Tasmanian blackwood to cover that cavity. That's a Canadian maple neck. A little bit of flame in that. You probably can't see it from that angle. You can see it from this camera. Okay, there it is there. rosewood. There we have it. Yes, the back plate is very nice. It is a lovely black plate, blends in nicely. And that's our little friend. A little bit out of tune. Anyway, we do want to get that to Pete so he can have a play because he likes his strats. Whammy works. It's all good. Yeah, it will play well. I think so. I can do a little bit better with the action. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust that action. I've got a little bit of fret work just to tidy up, make that, and just polish them back up again, and just give that make that sort of boxable and ready to go. That neck is really nice. It's a beautiful, beautiful neck. Medium, not too thin, not too fat. It's just right. And it's got a little bit of oil on there, but I need to get some lemon oil on that fretboard once I dress that up. So we'll put that away. We'll do that in a couple of weeks. I've got a bit of work to do, but I've got some other things that I've got to prioritise. Yeah, he loves his strats. I know that, mate. That's for sure. What I want to do now is the old number 7, my beautiful old girl. Number 7, she's got the snakeskin option. Neck number 2, a little bit on the chunky side, real round baseball bat. Feels good, but I want it a little bit slimmer, but also a little bit smoother. It is, what is that neck? Spotted gum. It's very hard, but very, very grainy. And I need to get that a little bit flatter and give that a little bit more oil and just refresh it a little bit, adjust that action ever so slightly. It's pretty low, but it could go a little bit lower. But that's an old beast that I made. That's my number 7, and that colour is a turquoisey, greeny blue. You can see there's waves of green through there. Nitro finish. Actually, no, polyurethane finish. Just out of a rattle can. See, that's yeah, and that's got that hot humbucker in there. That's a custom wound humbucker a mate of mine did a long time ago. That works pretty well. It's about 15k. It's pretty hot, and it's got a traditional telly. So you can play some nice twangy sounds. You can also play some chunkier sounds if you like. 3-way switch, 1 volume, 1 tone. So yeah, it's our old favourite number 7. Yeah, so good. We're going to rip the neck off that now and have a little dick around with it, so to speak. So let's do that. Let's get this back down here. You can see the green and blue there. That's just acrylic that I mixed myself and gave it a little bit of a dark blue burst. Just a very subtle burst, and of course the edges are darker. But it turned out pretty good, and that's about 15 years old, that guitar. So it's got some scuffs, it's got some cracks. The lacquer's cracked here a little bit. That's okay. It's been used, you know. It's an old warhorse. There's a chip there. Someone's taken a chunk out of there. I could fix that up in a little while. Give that a little sand. Maybe just recolor that and give it a bit of a spray later on, maybe. But I'm not in them. I'm not too fast. There's another scratch here. But I'm not fussed about the scratches. I'm just worried about getting this neck done. Nifty, what is going on? Wim, what's going on, Wim? Wim, what's happening? See you go. Take it easy, brother. Yep, catch you soon. Okay, so let's cut these strings and let's get this guy sorted out. Let's grab our cutters. Let's do some TLC on this guy. What do you reckon, guys and girls? Do we do that? I'll just loosen these up a bit. There we go. That one just let itself go, which is fine. We'll just cut the rest. Unwind those, get those guys off. Nift, what's going on, brother? Are you well? You're getting calluses. Excellent. Are you playing it? Does she play okay, mate? Are you happy with the sound? Are you happy with the sound? Does Mr. Glenn's Cruel Mistress... Does the Cruel Mistress do it for you? Tell me. I'm interested. I love the sound of those things. The Cruel Mistress is sweet. Yeah, he's been around for a while, Nav, the old goat. He's been around for a while. Yeah, he doesn't stream anymore, I don't think. He does do some Instagram, Terry. Have you followed Goat doing some stuff on Instagram? He's building lots of boxes and little tables and stools and stuff like that. He's pretty cool. He's a great little woodworker. Excellent little woodworker. This has got locking tuners, so I'm just unscrewing those from the back. Get that back down there. Okay, we're good. Get rid of this wire and the back end as well. Put that in the box, in the bin, in the bin, in the bin. Hold it down. They've all fallen out on the ground. Sort them out later. Okay, let's get rid of these guys here. See, the problem with this neck is I've shimmed it, and I need to remove that shim and make it a permanent heel fixture and reset that neck in this body, because the neck wasn't made for this body. And the pocket is quite deep on this body here, this number 7, old number 7. The old neck had a number 7 in the 12th fret, which confused everybody, including the people, including me. No, it didn't. I know exactly what I was doing. I knew exactly what was going on. Oh, yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those tuners off too, because we're going to do some carving and stuff, and I don't want to damage them. Nifty, as you can see, hanging up here. We've got our cedar on there and our oil, so that the back of that mahogany is looking pretty good now, as is the edges and the sides. So we've just got the front to do a third coat, maybe even a fourth, but a third coat. That's all nicely sanded down with about 600, 400 to 600. I've just given it a bit of a scuff, and that's good to go now. There's no real big scratches, anything. It's quite fine. We need a couple of finishing coats and we're good to go. His mitered corners are so good. Absolutely. Yes. Look, very nice. We like that shape. Yeah, the shape's good. I reckon for me, that's a really versatile shape. I know guys that are into metal, like death metal, and they see that and they go, whoa, they like it. It's got that little distorted sort of, fluidity, and you could pick it up if you're a classical musician or a blues musician, or whatever, and it just feels good. It's just a nice shape, It's a bit Fenderish, a little bit, out there, a little bit customish, a little bit boutique-ish. So it's got a bit of everything. We're going to just take those that neck off now and then take those tuners off. So let's get back to this. And I'll show you the mess that this neck pocket is. And we've got to fix that heel and get that heel a little bit of work. And these frets need to be redressed. Of course, they're a bit worn. I need to re-level those and redress them. I do really have... I'm so tempted to pull them out and put new frets in. So tempted. Should we do that? Should we refret it? What do you read, Terry? It is pretty worn. I might refret them. Yeah, these are mediums. I might go for the jumbos. I might refret them. They need to work anyway, so I'm thinking, do I do that? Do I refret them? That is this is black butt, flames black butt. You can see that dark, patchy, quilt that's drunk up that oil, and you get that really spotted sort of snakeskin effect. Black butt, that's the one. You know it, Win. While you've got it apart, Dana says, you may as well do another 12 hours more work than you have to. No, I agree. I think we've got to do it properly. That way I won't have to touch it again for years. So there's old number 7 on the plate there. Good old number 7. Where is she? Number 7. She's copped the beating, this girl, I'll tell you. But she's been a good workhorse, I'll tell you. She's a rock machine, this one here. Yeah, she is. Okay, let me take this neck off, and we'll get started with that guy. What's the worst thing that could happen, Dana? We ruin the fretboard and we build a new neck, right? Right. So we're not sweating it. We're not sweating it by any chance, by any means. The worst thing that could happen, no one gets hurt, no one's bleeding to death. We might have to build a new neck, but that wouldn't be such a bad thing anyway. Well, I don't want to build a new neck because I love that fretboard so much. But if we ruin it, Terry, are you nervous? Terry would be nervous right about now, I'd say. I bet you she's nervous. Terry, are you nervous? We need an exclamation nervous command whenever I drill holes or rip frets out of fretboards. I think, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a Phillips head, aren't I? I'll just use my hand. Let's grab, let's see if we can do it by hand. It should be doable by hand. Rage, what's going on? Ding! Cheers, big ears. Thank you for the resub, Mr. Rage. Our activity is not working. I've got to close that activity window. Give me a sec, guys. Restart the Twitch activity window so I can get a better, clear doobie whacker on that docs Twitch activity. That should open it up. Yeah, that's working now. Whisper the link to one of us. What's going on? What are we doing? No strap. Just been chilling on my little couch at work and jamming for a few minutes each day. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad. I hope she sounds good. She really sounded good when I plugged her in. She was awesome. She's got that growl. She's a little angry little vixen. I tell you, angry little vixen. What's going on, Rage? So, Rage. You may have missed it, Rage. We've got this guy oiled up on the back. You can see that guy. Let me just take that off and show you closer. Okay, we've done the back. Okay, that crack there is not too bad. You can see a little bit of a mark, but I've blended it in as well as I can. That's the colour, that coppery colour. The edges, they've got a little bit darker, of course, but it's got that nice shadowy, sort of variation in there. It's still wet. Let that drink it in. We'll give that a light sand, give it a second coat, and then probably a third on the edges. We're going to go probably 2 more on the top. That's had 2 coats and sanded. So that's coming along. Yeah, invisible. Look, it's not quite invisible. You can see it. There is a mark there. You can see it. See? There it is there. It's picked up that thing. But it's okay. I'm not too fussed about it. Like I said, no one's going to buy this. This is mine. So I wanted one like this after I used the client's one in the video. So I thought, I've got to make one of these, and I'm going to keep making them. I love making these guys. And I think the shape's great, and I'm really starting to get a feel for it, and maybe even some improvements in the near future. But you know what? I'm really loving the feel of how it looks, how it feels to make it, how it feels to play. It's one of those things. Barely, yeah. Not barley, no, not barky either. Look, you can see it, but it's not a big deal. It's smooth to the touch. You wouldn't feel it. You wouldn't know it's there, so unless you looked. I know it's there, though. You know how you know things are there when you work on them? You go, oh, I know there's a scratch there. I know I've sanded it out, but I still know. I can still see the remnants. I can feel the soul of the scratch, the spirit still wanders. What is he talking about? Terry's probably scratching her head. Her OCD is going overboard trying to work out what I just said, because she needs to understand it, of course. Land Down Under. Yeah, that's not my theme song, but it's an okay song. Colin Hay, the lead singer of that band, is he's a very good musician. I mean, that song was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, there's the shim for that guy. Okay, we've got to get rid of that. I want to put another heel on there and extend that. We'll do that when we carve that. What I want to do first is get rid of these frets and refret this guy. So we're going to start by working on those frets. Let me put this body away. There's the old, bit dusty. There's the old number 7. She's seen some miles. This girl, let me tell you. Ha! Right, yes. You do that, Wim, and crack everything after you do that as well. Very funny, but I do get it. Wim may or may not have seen this one. We were just talking about the strat that I've made that I want Peter Northcote to play. This is the strat that I made recently. It's an open pore, satin, sort of worn look, sort of distressed without all the scratches and bullshit. It's just a distressed finish, if you like. You can see it a little bit better there. Okay, that guy's ready to go. It's got Mr. Glynn's bluebells, bellbirds, sorry, not bluebells. And that one needs a little bit of action adjustment, and we're going to send that to Peter Northcote and see if he plays that. Yeah, it's not a bad guitar. She's good. Maple neck, Queensland maple body, similar to mahogany. Maple neck, rosewood fretboard. You can't get much more strat than that, I think. Right, just resting her there. Back to the drawing board. Here we are. We've got to pull these guys out. So let's keep that shim as a reference because the thickness is just about right. That is a very thin heel for that pocket. Of course, that pocket was very deep, had a different neck in it, and I need to shim it, but I might put a permanent shim on this and re-drill the holes. We'll see how we go. First things first, though, I need to get these out. This has got beautiful mother of pearl. Sorry, not mother of pearl, abalone shell. They're awesome. They're so well coloured. Beautiful pinks and blues. Terry would like these. Terry, you would like these. I'm sure you would. But first things first, I need to get these tuners off. So let's grab our little screwdriver. Let's loosen these guys up. Let's get these tuners off so we don't damage them. And we'll put them in a little box here so we don't lose them. Hello, how you doing? It's that black butt, that quilted, heavy quilted black butt. I sent, this is the stuff that I sent Wim, who's on the chat at the moment. So Wim, these are the two pieces you got. That's how they turn out when you oil them. You've got that quilt, you've got that snake skin. It's almost like you've wrapped it in snake skin. Look at that beautiful quilt. It's really, really rustic and it's really cool. Really cool. And that's copped a beating and it's really stood up pretty well. Needs a nice oiling, of course. Needs new frets as well. These are done, these are worn. So that's the reason. This is my number 7 that I made about 15 years ago, 13, 14 years ago. Number 7, I only made it for myself. Used it a couple of times. It was more than a couple of times. Very good guitar. It's got a hot, custom wound humbucker in the bridge position and a traditional telly in the neck. So you get that twang, that nice cleans, but if you want to play something a bit raucous, it does do it very well. Just over 15.5K kilo ohm resistance on that back coil. It's quite hot, almost 16. It's pretty hot. It's not the hottest you can get,
They're Alnico 5 magnets, not ceramic magnets. But I don't want it to sound trashy. I want a little bit of shaping and a little bit of EQ to get it a little bit warmer. It doesn't have to be as grating as a ceramic pickup. The all black part is so hot. Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. It's awesome. It's a very unique looking wood. And I found a piece that was heavily quilted, so heavy that I had to sort of grain fill the end grain. It was that heavy that it was too open, too porous. It was like the waves had gone right through to the outside of the live wood and back in. It was like so much ripple in it. It's nuts, crazy flame, crazy quilt. So yeah. Anyway, let's get these guys off. Ba-doopy-doo, ba-doopy-doo. These are the marked shafts. They've got long and short shaft. The short shaft, obviously, goes to the end. The longer ones stay at the top because you need to you need a higher mast at this end and a lower mast at that end because they fall away nice and flat. But here it's quite a steep drop, so you need, if you've got a too short a mast, you may not be able to get down to the bottom. You need a little bit higher so that you can get not too much of a break angle. That's why they're marked with these green dots. The longer ones go to the front. Some of them are staggered, some of them not. I usually find the Gotos with the locking function have got the staggered pole piece so that you've got a staggered shaft. It's longer and shorter. Horses for courses, I guess. I just realised what you said then, and it does sound quite wrong, but it sounds good too. In the right context, of course. Wim, that's the other thing I'm thinking of doing, guys. I've got my leatherwork kit.
One thing I'm starting to do is I'm really looking at designing some straps, and I might even do some streams with leather. I'll do some leather work. So whoever wants to see a stream with some leather work, making some straps, lots of material weave, lots of rope, lots of leather, lots of studs, all that good stuff that Dana likes.
Did you say that you may take some of the depth off the neck? No, I'm going to add thickness to the neck. Oh, sorry. Two things, yes. So what I'm going to do is, that is a chunky neck. It's a baseball bat neck. I'm going to shave about a third of an inch. It's not a third of an inch. About a quarter inch, maybe about an eighth of an inch off. I'm just going to profile it lower. It's a little bit too thick down here through the middle for me. I want to take a little bit off. So there will be some carving done here, ever so slightly. And if I ruin the neck, I ruin the neck. I'm not too fast. I don't think I will. There's a lot of meat there. So I want to take some of that off and get that a little bit deeper around the first 3 frets. It's just a little bit too, it's okay, but I'd like it slimmer and I'd like it a little bit easier to play. You can see there's a little bit of thickness there with the thumb. So yeah. And Leslie, I'm going to add probably a little bit, about 4 or 5 millimeters of heel, because that is a thin heel. And that neck is about a quarter inch deeper than this heel. So I need to get a heel in there, extension for that heel. I'll do that first, then I'll carve the transitions incorporating that heel as well. Yeah, I'm going to use a beautiful, some kind of commemorative piece so that when you do see the heel sticking out, you'll get a little bit of contrast, a little bit of flame or something there, just to make it a little bit different. But anyway, we'll go. Look at the grain on that. That's black. That's spotted gum. It's a eucalyptus here. They use that to make telegraph poles and fence posts. It's rock hard. It's weather resistant. It's just hardcore heavy duty, and it feels almost leathery. It's got that grain is really prominent, and it's very long and split. There's no pores. It's like a long, wavy grain. You can see the lines. And I didn't pour fill that back, grain fill that, but I'll carve this and then I may even grain fill just to get it a little bit smoother because it's a little bit grippy. You won't drop this guitar, but you may not move as quickly as you need to. Look, I just like a slick neck, but you know, it's all good. The pocket's deeper, yeah. That would be cool, Dana. It would be cool. I'm going to give it a try anyway. Yeah, good necks. There's a guy that makes really nice, good straps. There's an Aussie guy that makes really beautiful straps, but they're $100 to $150 a piece. They're the best materials money can buy, I'd say, and the work is phenomenal work and workmanship, and he can stress and distress those that leather to make it look really worn in. They look beautiful. They look great. So rock and roll, so country, so you know, it's just perfect for tellies and strats and any guitar really, but particularly tellies and strats. It's got that really good vibe about it, and but they're expensive. They start at $100 Australian, which is probably about $65 US, $70 US. It's not cheap, but then again, it's quality. I mean, you get what you pay for. I'm not dissing the price. I'm not saying they're too expensive. They're not, but be prepared to pay for them. If you want something that good, be prepared to pay for it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Panda? Ha! No animals were harmed in the production of this leather article. Well, maybe one animal was, but he might have died anyway. But he was good on the barbecue. Cowhide. Huh. Truth. That's one theory. You know why I can't get this off? Because there's a piece of wire stuck in there. Mother grabber. Let me just get that guy out. There we go. All right, we've got all our bits and pieces out. Wonderful. We're going to pop these in a box so we don't lose them, because Terry would have kittens if we lost anything. I'm going to send these to Terry. She's going to count them 3 times, take an audit, label each part, recount it, take a stock take again, reseal the box, open the box after it's sealed, do a double check, a visual, then sign the inside of the box, then reclose the box, then send it back. Then she's going to ask me to audit it when I open it, make sure that the packaging is still intact and that her message written on the inside of the packaging of how to unpack this package is still intact. And then we can install them again. Is that right, Terry? Something like that? Okay, right, we've got to get these guys out. So what I'm going to do is, I think these are super glued in. I'm going to use some acetone just to break up some of that super glue. No, I'm going to just heat them up. That should just, I mean, there's only a couple of dabs. So soldering iron, we'll just touch a soldering iron on there. It should pop them out. I've got my fret removal flat, specially modified claws. The jaws of death, for the fret that is. I need to get a, this is for the telly, so I don't forget. Let me write that on there. Number 7. I'll put number 7 away. The news, because you know what I'm like with lost things, Terry. You know what I'm like. All right, let's grab our soldering iron. Let's heat that up. Let's get cracking. Let's get my goggles on. Sounds about right. Terry, I knew you would. I might have missed something, but I'm sure you have it all figured out in a Gantt chart, a full-blown project plan, all 28 sheets of it. Yeah, we're going to replace them with jumbos. They're worn, a little bit worn, and I'm going to just dress this neck up a little bit, give it a light little sand, get this nut out, reset that. First things first, we'll pull those frets out. I'm sort of in between. Rage, every time I'm in between sort of builds, like there's a finishing process or I'm waiting for hardware to arrive, like the pickups, I tend to pick up an old guitar and see if I can work, if it needs maintenance and just maintain the old ones. Or I start a new build, but I don't want to just start a new build, if you know what I mean. But there's a lot I need to do for a couple of guitars that I have, so definitely going to do that. Let's just warm that guy up. While that warms up, we'll have a little catch up here. We'll have a little drink. Cheers, big ears. He's looking up your old address. Bingo. Clones or Grovers? They're clones, mate. I use Gotos. I don't use Grovers. They're a good price break, about half the price, and they do the good job. They're all Japanese or Korean made these days anyway, but they're pretty good. They do the job. I haven't had a problem with them. I have used Grovers as well. I do like the authenticity of the shape of the Grovers too, but these are pretty good clones. You're going to use stainless? Rage. Yes, I am. I've got these guys here. Actually, I don't know if it's stainless. Let me have a look. 140. Where are those guys? Stumac 148 mediums. No, hang on a second. That's the wrong one. Is that the right one? 149 is what I want. These, I don't think these are stainless. I think these are they stainless? I can't remember if I ordered nickel. They're softer than, they cut pretty well. I think they are stainless. Trying to see. They feel like nickel. I have got, oh, hang on, they might be stainless. These are stainless, definitely. The ones on the guitar. I think these are softer. I think these are more your nickel. Is that the right size? That's not the right size, is it? Wide, medium. That's what I want. Wide, mediums. These guys. Yeah. These are guys. These are the guys I want. So let's grab a couple of those while we're here. I'll need probably 5 feet. Let's pull out 6. I've got a spare piece here to compare that to. Yep, that's them. Perfect. Okay, I've got our frets there. Let's this should be hot now. Let's test it out. Yep, that's hot. Okay. Just going to heat that guy. Be very careful. I don't want to burn that wood. I don't want to do a Karen day and burn the wood. These are very worn, so I'm going to struggle to grab them, but you can see there's grooves in those frets. There we go. Got it going. once we get under there, it pretty much does an easy job. Nice and clean too. The beauty about black butt is it does not chip like rosewood. It's a lot tougher on the ends, especially if it's cut. It's like that's a perfectly clean cut. There's not one bit of fiber off that, and I just took that out pretty easily. Yeah, it was pretty clean. It's pretty clean. There's no raising there. There's no fiber. It's quite dense. Just that grain pattern is a lot different to rosewood. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-da-ba. You're spraying so you're in and out. Excellent. Just don't breathe that shit in. Add hot iron. Is it hot yet? Let's test it by touching it. Ouch. Well, that didn't work. Autogrow got me. Ha! Dana, you're going off with your commands. Seriously. You're like a little geeky programmer. Seriously, I've never seen anyone work so hard on a command line since about 1987 when Bill Gates discovered DOS 3.3. Well, he didn't really discover it. I don't think that guy's ever discovered anything. He's such a tool. Huh. Speaking of tools, this one's doing its job pretty well. There we go. There's a lot of gunk in those slots. We're going to have to sand this guy. I'm going to give it a little slight sanding with a 12-inch radius, just a touch, just to clean it up. We're going to polish this guy. It's going to look amazing. Terry's going to have kittens when she sees this. One of the tedious jobs is removing frets. I hate doing it. Well, it's not. It's an easy job. It's not challenging. It's just boring. It's just boring. Very boring. But it's one of those jobs you have to be careful. This makes it, quite easy. The fact that I'm using black butt is making it very easy. If it was rosewood or ebony, I'd be sweating bullets. But I'm still cautious, but I'm pretty confident with this stuff. It's a little bit more forgiving. Terry, I need to go to the butcher's this afternoon. I need a list. Can you write a reminder for me? I need 8 T-bone steaks, 3 kilograms of beef sausages, 3 dozen eggs, and 24 lamb loin chops. Thank you. Before I forget. Now, why did I tell Terry? Because Terry's going to write that up and send me a DM with my list. And I won't forget then. Huh. On it! Did you get it all? 8 T-bone steaks, 24 lamb loin chops, 2 kilos of sausages. No, 2 kilos of sausages. Make it 2, and 3 dozen eggs. 3 dozen eggs. That'll do. Close enough. Just I'll work it out. This one's a bit stubborn. Oh, ow! Caught my finger. That happens sometimes. Okay, good. That's number 8 done. Number 9. Managed to install the reminder app. Oh wait, it's Terry. Ha! On it. Ha! Now I'm stocking up, Dana. That's my that'll last me a week, that meat. Being a keto guy, and I eat a lot of meat. My primary food is fat and meat. Don't have many carbohydrates. Try and limit those as much as I can. Just fat and meat. That's the stuff that got me through my sickness when I was ill a few years back, and that's the stuff that's helping me be the best I can be. Just doesn't work for everyone, but it works for me. It comes down to the fact that there are no complex carb. There are no what are they called? I've forgotten what I was going to say now. I'll remember it. Anyway, I'm a big red meat eater. I like my meat. And I also eat chicken, not so much. But fish, I do like fish. I'm a carnivore. I like dairy, I like eggs, I like milk, I like yogurt. I like... look, I like fruit, but I don't eat it because of the sugar content, the carbohydrate content. I try not to eat it. I do like some fruit. Some fruit's better than others, of course, but I've been studying a little bit on fat, especially animal fat, like from meat, and every nutrient you pretty much need is in fat. So I've worked out a way where the thing that I like about eating meat and fat is I've lost weight because carbohydrates create an insulin spike, and insulin spike stops you burning fat. So that's why carbs are no good for me, because I don't burn any fat if I eat carbs. But having said that, protein also creates an insulin spike. That's why you have fat with it, because it flattens that spike. It's all about finding the right thing for you. We know what's bad for you, we know what's good for you, but some things are better than others for certain people, and some things aren't as good for other people. It depends. It depends. It's not a rant, by the way. I'm just saying. That's okay. You don't have to like fish. Eat organs, Dana. Liver, kidneys, heart, brains, lamb's fry. Eat organs. They're good for you. Now, there's something you may or may not like, but they're good for you, I can tell you. I love liver. I love all those organs, because I cook them really well. I know how to cook them, and they're tasty as all hell. Tried it. Yeah, I know. It's not. It's an acquired thing, Terry. You either do or you don't. You know. Or game meats. Yeah, yeah. It's a funny flavour, right? It's a funny flavour, but you know, duck and grouse and pheasant and deer and kangaroo meat. It's all a little bit gamey, but it's okay. You either get used to it or you don't. Some people are just. It's just not. They don't want it. They don't like it, and that's fair enough. Food is. I want to do a cooking stream too. Seriously, when I get my new barbecue, that's what we're going to do, a cooking stream. My old barbecue's on its last legs. It's pretty much dead. But I also have a big spit. I always wanted to do a Greek-style lamb on the spit here at home. It's my dad's old spit. He made it out of a big barrel, steel barrel, cut it down the middle, put 2 holes in it, an axle, an electric motor at one end, and it just rotisserie just spins a whole lamb on it. You know, you can put a whole pig on it or lamb or whatever your choice of animal is for barbecue. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to turn off any vegetarians in the audience or vegans, but too bad! I'll just have the steak. You know what? The steak is fine. It's probably the best thing you can eat from a red meat perspective. A good T-bone steak, a nice sliver of fat alongside it, a little bit of bone there too, a little bit of marrow. Make sure you eat all that. This is the second last thread. I can't believe talking about food. A, it's made me hungry. B, it's got us through this fret removal without even worrying about it or thinking about it. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Okay. Last one. Done, and not a problem at all. Okay, unplug this soldering iron, let that cool down, put that away soon. Let's grab our 12-inch radius, just give that a light sand. I'm going to knock this guy out. It's glued in. Might just grab some acetone and just break that up a little bit. I don't want to break that nut. Acetone breaks down Ca pretty well, so that's what I use. Oh, and I spill it all over the bench. It's okay. It's only nail polish remover. That'll evaporate soon. Just get that guy out. Come on. God, it's never easy, is it? Get up there. God. Okay, gotcha. Just get in there. That'll loosen up that CA. Should knock that nut straight out. If I break it, it's okay. We'll just build another one. It's glued in pretty well. Grab a piece of wood. A hammer, just tap that out, it should come out. Very fixed. There we go, got it. So we'll clean that up with a little bit of acetone. We'll clean that slot out. That slot's actually quite good. Oh, I'm spilling it everywhere. What is going on? Get all that glue off. I'll obviously clean that. Good thing with acetone is it does evaporate, so there won't be any residue. I'll clean off with some spirits later on. Should be fine. Just getting any glue off there. So we've got a nice clean base to glue that down. Okay. So that guy is safe to use again. I'll put this guy away. Let's grab the sanding doobie whacker. Okay, a little bit of 250 and a little bit of 400 to start, and then we'll obviously polish that up eventually. Let's grab some 250. Let's grab some 400. $240 I should say, not 250. I'm just going to give that a very light rub, and then I'm going to cut those slots. So we'll do the 240 first. Nice and smooth. Let's hit that with a little bit of 400. Okay. We'll recut those slots now. .240 Terry, sorry, is what I meant to say. All right, let's grab our little fret saw. Let's set the depth on this thing. Okay. Looks good. Perfect. Good. Good. Easy peasy. Travelling along really well. A couple to go. Not that many to go. Three to go. Last one. Done. Okay. Done. We're good to go. Frets, let's mark out the frets and let's cut them up to size, shall we? Time, we're doing well on time. Got auto-modded, absolutely. Black butt, absolutely, it's black butt. Right, let's grab our little what's in me doobit. Let's cut some of these up. One, two. Let's bend some wire. Is that the same wire? Yep. Two. Grab our fret bender. Fret bender. Pop that through. Push that through. Helps if I do it the right way. Trim the ends. Ouch. Carry on, number 3. Number 5. Number 6. 7. 8. 9. 9. $10. This will be 11. Okay, halfway there. Another 2 feet should do it. 2 and a bit. Trim the ends. All right, where are we up to? 10, 11, 12. $13. 14. 15. 16. 17. Nearly there. 18. 19. Whoa, we're going to have to bend some more, just a touch more. That's a shame. Two more frets. Okay, that's fine. Let's bend a little bit more. Okay. 20. And one more, 21, to separate 22 and 21. This end. There we go. Alrighty, we're good to go. 21 frets, 22 fretboard, 21 fret bars, fret wires. Set to go. Let's catch up with the chat.
What's going on, guys and girls? Manny here from the Guitar Show again, doing So we've got our old number 7. We've given that guy a light sanding. You can see that there. It's nice and clean, nice and smooth. And we're going to put some new frets in there. Then we're going to carve this guy probably tomorrow, not now. I might get started. I'm actually doing pretty good on time. We've got half an hour. I might get started. We'll see how we go. Let's get these frets in. And then, actually, no. What am I going to do? Yeah, no, I'm going to get the frets in first. Let's do that first. Okay. So, let's bang them in. Catch up with the chat. Willie, what is going on? Ban them all. That's what we say. See you, Willie. 4,000 teal. I knew she was going. Old-fashioned telephone, like the old wind-up ones. You speak in the thing, and you've got like the one they've got. Gomez Adams has. I think he's got one of those, hasn't he, on the Adams family? How is Gio going? He's going all right. He's going okay. He's playing football. He's booked his flights for September. He's going to Canada. He'll be trying his luck there in the Canadian Soccer League. And he's got an agent who's looking around in the US as well. Florida would be ideal because he wants to at least get this close to Lionel Messi, who is just signed for the Florida MLS teams. But he's got to start at a level or two below that. So he's going to see how he goes. The volume is low on that view. It is Texas. I've got that mic turned off because there's a lot of echo when it's on. But there, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. He's going great. He's at work today making coffees at the cafe. Barista that he is. He does make a good espresso. He makes a good flat white. He makes a good cappuccino. Let me tell you. Right, let's get ready to bang. Let's bang them in. Now, I'm not going to put that mic on now because now it's going to get loud. Okay, I do mumble, of course, as well. So that doesn't help. The fact that I mumble does not help anyone, especially Texas Tom. Right, here's our hammer. Where's our glue? I don't even know if I've got any glue left. Doesn't matter. We'll make it work. We should have some glue left in. It's all frozen up. Let's pokey jokey that with a little spike. Get that seal broken. There we go. Now we'll get some glue coming out of there. Come on. There's only a little bit left. Want to use it all. There we go. All right. Number 1, a couple of dabs. Dab, dab. Dab, dab. Lay that down. Grab our mallet. Set that in there. Flat as a tack. Okay. Next, 2. Beautiful. 3. Nice and flat. Good, good, good. They're going in nicely.
Refrets are always easier than fretting for the first time because that gap's, you know, a little bit wider, it's a little bit cleaner. We're going good. 5. Terry, remind me to get some more CA glue or super glue. She'll remind me. She knows what to do. Six. On it. Six. So good. When they go in nice and flat, it's so good. That means this is going to get a really nice low action and we're going to get a really nice playable neck. That's the objective. 7. Dab, 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 dab. There we go. Flat as a pancake. Awesome. It's awesome when it's flat. Ha! Very funny. Nifty, that is very funny. I love it. What are you banging on about? Don't fret, it's only Manny. So good. Nifty, that is so funny. That's because Nifty has his volume up to 11, like his amps. Very spinal tap. And his wife is 2 suburbs away at work. And she's saying, dude, too loud, turn it down. Don't fret, it's not me. It's that other clown from New South Wales. Not that Queensland bloke, it's that New South Welshman. Bloody New South Wales. Okay. Oh, they're so good. They're in there and they're looking nice and flat as a tack. They're so good. Okay. 10. 10. Double figures. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Dab, 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 dab. Come on, get out there. I'm just running out of CA, running out of super glue, so I'm just going to just being very, very sparse. Not sparse with it, just takes a little while to get the stuff to come out. It's okay. Push that in. Give that a wrap. Like that. Bang, bang, bang. Don't lose that little nut. Don't damage it. I'm going to put that away. Whoops. Let's pop that in there. Okay, let's flip this over. Number 11. Oh, I better wipe that glue. It's a mess. It's a mess. There we go. That's better. Number 11. Oh, too much glue. Too much. She craved. Too late, she cried as she waved her wooden leg. Too late. Very nice. 12. Beautiful. Good. Nice. Okay. 13. Fourteen. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. 15. 15. Nearly there. Just 6 to go. She's flat. She's flat. Good. 16. Almost there. Come on. Come out, little glue. Here it comes. Okay. Nice. Oh, so good. Okay, 17. It's good when they're flat. They go in nicely. Refretting is actually more enjoyable than fretting for the first time because you've got a little bit of give there and they're just a little bit less work. It's pretty slack, pretty easy to knock those in. Flat. They're as flat as it gets. Okay, 18. Just 3 left after this. And then we can trim those off and we're pretty much done for this part of the build. Or the rebuild, I should say. The re... $90. Come on. Glue, come on, don't fail me now. Just get me past these 3 frets. And then I'm good. Here we go. Good. 20. Lucky last, 21. Get on there. Okay, 21. Done. They're all flat. It's good. We want to trim those up now. Let's grab those big cutters, the big nippers, nip those ends. Excusez-moi. Nip these. They are so good. There's a little bit of relief that I've got to straighten that neck out before we do anything else to the fretboard. We're going to carve it first though, because that'll change the tension in the neck as well. Right, there we go. Let's have a look. New frets. It's already looking better. We've got to tidy that up now. We're going to take a little bit of thickness off there. Let's just measure that up and see what we need to do. Obviously, I've got to trim those up. I've got to straighten this neck out, but I'm going to carve it first. I also want to get a heel on there before I carve anything. So I'm going to grab a piece of wood. I have just the piece.
Australian rosewood. I'm going to use that for a heel. I'm going to cut a piece there and I'm going to make that, extend that heel and glue that down. But I'm not going to do that yet. What I'm going to do is measure up here and see how much I need to take off this neck. I'm figuring a fair bit, but let's have a measure and have a look. So truss rod, let's get the real deal. Line that guy up to see where we're at. Yeah, there's a lot of neck to come off there, probably about a 1/4 inch or so. Mate, as much as 5 mil, I'd say can come off that neck. So if I measure that, that's going to be a massive neck. 20, okay, 25. 20, 25, 24. It's not that big. It's got to go. We've got to lose 1/8 of an inch. We've got to lose 3 millimeters. So that's okay. We'll come down by 3 mil. That's fine. So I'm going to measure that. 3 mil lower is just about. Get my pen out. So that's dead bottom. There. You want to go halfway up. That's going to give me about 3 mil left. Let's mark that. Let's get a pen. Pencil, I should say. Pencil, where are you? Hang on a second, I've got a message, and that's okay, that's not a big deal. Okay, let's mark this up. Double check that. That's fine. Do the same on this side. That's good. That's where we want it. Let's take a shape profile before we do anything. So I've got to come down about 3 or 4 mil in the middle there, and just put it in there. So I'm going to take it down a little bit. Let's have a quick look at the profile of that guy. Oh, jeez, I didn't change the camera. Sorry, guys. What I've been doing there, I was on the wrong camera, is I've marked where I need to cut down. So I'm going to take about 3 millimeters or so off there. Sorry about that, Terry. Sorry, guys. I forgot all about the camera. Silly me. Silly me. Okay, let's take a shape and have a look at this big, round, fat doobie. See, it's a big fat neck. It's a nice C, just a little bit on the fat side, a little bit high. So we're going to flatten that a little bit, take a little bit of weight out of it. It's a good shape though. It's a nice big C. It's a baseball bat, as
Orby would say, and this is probably a neck that Orby would like, because he likes baseball bats. Worst things have happened. You're telling me. Mumble. Sorry for mumbling. You know me, I just mumble and mumble and mumble under my breath. Now, we can quickly remove that, but I won't. I'm going to glue this heel on. I'm going to cut this heel out and glue that on, and I'm going to do it to about there. So let me measure that. Okay. Grab a square. Where's that square gone? Here it is. I've moved it so it's closer to me and now I can't find it. Isn't that funny? I move something so it's closer to me, then I still look in the old position. Quickly saw that off. Let me go and grab that. On the bandsaw. Okay, now Terry, we need some clamps. How many clamps do we need, Terry? I'm going to glue this guy down. About there. Okay, we're going to glue that guy straight in there. We're going to re-drill those holes. We're going to be good to go. Okay, let's grab some glue. We're going to need some clamps. All of them. No, we don't need all of them. Don't be ridiculous. All of them. That would only come from you, Terry. All of them. Let's put this guy away. Leave that guy. We might need him. We don't need that. We'll put the glue away. What's left of the glue? I've got to get more glue. Obviously, Terry has reminded me. Have you not, Terry? Yes, you have. Put all that stuff away later. There's our cutters, screwdrivers. Put them away, like so. A little block away. Right. Let's get some glue on this guy here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug those holes as well. We're going to probably drill new holes, fresh holes. So let me grab some souvlaki sticks. This guy's probably the right size. Yeah, that's the guy. Okay, we're going to shove these guys down in here. Just thinning that out a little bit. What I need to do is make sure they sit in there like so. Glue them in there. Because what we're going to do is re-drill the holes, and I want them, and the hole is not going to be needed to be as deep. So we're going to fill these in and re-tap through this guy at the back and through there. So let's we're going to make an adjustment obviously to that depth. So we're going to plug those holes. Let me just get this glue sorted out. go. A little bit of glue on there. Just give that little dress up. Spread that across like that. Plug that in there. Nice and firm. Grab our little saw, cut that flush. One hole plugged. Okay, done. We're going to do that to every one of those. Oh, damn it. There we go. Two holes plugged. Down she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Well, we do know. Three, one to go. One to go, Rockstar. Terry, are you ready? Last but not least. Let me throw that out, try another piece. Smooth that out, it's a bit thick. This one will be better. I've just taken a little bit off that. Just a little bit on the thick side. Gotcha. Done. So they're plugged up. Grab our little block, little sanding block, give it a little light sand, make sure there's no timber protruding anywhere. Clean that base up, get a good contact, that's flat. This guy's going smack bang on the back like that. Glue that in there, then we're going to cut that guy around and carve that heel. That'll give it enough thickness to close in that pocket, and of course we're going to carve that away. And you'll see a little bit of red, just a little transition V there. Nice little touch after we carve this guy up. Now, let's glue this guy down. Terry, we've got our glue. Let's pop our glue down here. Let's spread that out. Let's even that out. Right across to the edges. That's it. Okay, let's grab our clamp it up. I've got a clamp here. We need 2 clamps, Terry, maybe 3. You know me. The more clamps, the better. It doesn't matter if it's not centered. We've got to trim that away anyway, but it's pretty good there, like so. Get that glued in. There we go, we've got the squeeze out there. Let's grab 2 more clamps. 2 more clamps. 1, 2. Maybe a 4th is required at the back. Let's just check that. Okay, we've got squeeze out. We've got squeeze out, that's good contact. I might put a 1 on each end. Like that. 1 more, Terry, because you can never have enough clamps, right, Terry? No. Yes, another clamp. I knew you'd say that. You and your OCD, it drives me nuts. But it's okay, you are right in this instance. Just wipe that glue. Okay, that's got that heel pretty much locked down. I'll just wipe away that excess glue. There we go. Beautiful, wonderful, nice. Okay, get that excess glue out of there. And we'll trim that guy up, and that's going to look $1,000,000 when we finish that, and it's going to fit in the neck beautifully, and it's going to be very, very nice. There we go. Done and dusted. That is pretty much the neck. That's all we can do for it today. Leave that like that. Never enough. OCD's okay, nothing wrong with that. No one said anything is wrong with it, Nifty. No one said anything's wrong. Let's have a look at that other body that we did earlier on. That should be touch dry, hopefully. That oil, yeah, that is touch dry. We're not going to give it another coat yet. I just want to let that cure for a bit longer. But let's have a look at that beautiful colour that we get with that guy. There's the colour. Okay, that's starting to really show that nice coppery colour that we've got on there. That colour is really looking good now. Okay, and when we get that oil on the top, and I think I could probably put a coat of oil on top now. I might just do that. How about we do that? Let's do that. Move this neck. Move it aside. Make sure it doesn't fall. It ain't going anywhere. Let's do that, shall we? Let's put a nice coat. Just wipe that down. Make sure there's no sharp thingy bobs on there. There it is there. Let's have a look at that. There's that colour. I'm just going to fit that guy and see what that's going to look like. Give us an idea. And there's the contrast. Okay, it's a lovely contrast, and that'll amber up a little bit when we put some oil on there. I'm not oiling that guy yet, but I will oil the front. That's got oil on it already, but it needs another couple of coats. Let me just get this guy out. Yeah, the hues are nice. It's a beautiful piece of mahogany. It's paint grade, but I like it. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Let's put some oils on this guy here. Get a nice coat of oil on here. There's a little bit of wood just stuck in here that I want to get out. Let me just grab that guy, flick that out if I can. There we go. Okay. It was rattling in there and peeing me off. Okay, let's grab ourselves our rag and let's do one more oil before we finish up today. A coat on that guy because this needs one coat, two more coats and we're done. Two more coats and it should be as lustrous and as we want it. It's got two on there already. Actually three. It's got a wash coat as well. This is going to be the fourth coat. Let me get this guy cut up. We only want a satin finish. We're not going for a glassy finish. Nothing glassy about this finish. Okay, let's give that a nice little schmidge. Watch that colour come up. Nice wash, that's looking good, isn't it? Look at that. Look at that guy. Wow, look at that. You've got to love that. Look at that gold leaf. It's like gold leaf. It's like I've laid gold, 24 karat gold leaf on this thing. Seriously. It's so beautiful. I love this Tasmanian blackwood. It's awesome. Give it a good bath. Lots of oil. Drink that up. There we go. What do you think of that, ladies and germs? Leslie, do you like that? Is that one of your favourites? I think it's one of my favourites. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at the shine on that guy. Look at the beautiful green. Look at that gold leaf. That flame just makes it look like there's gold foil on there. Yeah? And with the gold hardware, that's really going to pop beautifully. I think I'm going to hang this guy up. Let's hang it up. Yeah. You love that. The colour is nice. Yeah, that colour is just right. I envisaged it coming, getting that golden leafy look, and it hasn't disappointed me at all. It's been a beautiful piece of wood. A beautiful piece of wood. Very lucky to get that cap. There are some more of those caps coming, and I think I should get them. I think I should get them because when someone sees that, they're going to want that cap, I'm pretty sure. Ready for some Vegemite. You're a funny man. All right, guys and girls, that's it for me for today. I'm going to head off. Have a great weekend. I'm thinking I might do a stream tomorrow because my soccer game isn't on until 3 p.m, so I've got 3 or 4 hours to kill in the morning. So 11 o'clock, if you're interested, I'll be around. Let's see who's on. See who's on. Twitch. Where's Twitch? Oh, damn it, wrong. Okay. I'm just going to check and see who's on and do the right thing by these people. Aaron's on. Is there anyone on? Hank Bud. Was he on today? No, that's a week ago.
anyone? Oh, God. I don't know anyone. Does anyone have any preference for anything? No, it's all right. We won't do anything. I'm going to just go. See you all tomorrow. Have a great weekend coming up for those of you that won't see you tomorrow, but enjoy the rest of your week. I will be back tomorrow for a little sneak peek. We might get that neck carved tomorrow, and obviously put some more oil on that guy there. I want him finished because those pickups should be here in about a week. I told Mr. Gling not to rush, so he's onto it. He'll be onto it, but it might be more than a week. But that's okay. We've got lots of hardware and wiring to do anyway. We've got to put all sorts of other things, bridges and what have you, and ferrules and all sorts of things. So don't sweat it. We've got lots to do. And we'll do that. We'll continue tomorrow. So take it easy, guys and girls. Great to have you here again. Mandy from the Guitar Show signing off till tomorrow. Look after each other. Look after yourself as well. Catch you later.